Ever wondered what could make a normal Monday morning mysterious? Well, for Jerry, it was a box. This wasn't just any regular Monday. As the sun peeked over the horizon, promising a brand new day full of possibilities, our friend Jerry woke up to find himself in possession of something that would make this Monday anything but mundane. It was a box. Now, you might be thinking, what's so special about a box? But this wasn't any ordinary box. This box had an air of mystery about it. A secret that was begging to be discovered. Jerry, a curious and adventurous lad, always with a twinkle in his eye, decided to take the box with him to school. As he walked down the street, the box tucked securely under his arm, he couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. The box, plain as it may seem, held a secret, and Jerry was the keeper of that secret. Throughout the day, the mystery of the box began to permeate the school. Classmates, teachers, even the school janitor were drawn to Jerry and his enigmatic box. Questions buzzed around him like bees around a flower. What's in the box, Jerry? Why won't you open it? Is it a treasure? But Jerry, with a mischievous smile dancing on his lips, would simply shake his head and say, "It's a secret." As the day wore on, the secret of the box seemed to grow larger, more tantalizing. It was like a riddle waiting to be solved, a code waiting to be cracked. And the more Jerry refused to reveal the secret, the more the curiosity grew. It was as if the box had cast a spell, ensnaring everyone in its web of intrigue. But with curiosity came trouble. The mystery of the box began to cause a disruption. Classes were interrupted, lessons were forgotten, and all anyone could talk about was Jerry and his mysterious box. The whisperings grew louder, the questions more insistent, and amidst it all, Jerry held his ground, guarding the secret of the box with a steadfast resolve. As the curiosity grew, so did the trouble for Jerry. The box wasn't just a mystery, it was a disruption, especially in Jerry's classroom. Now, imagine a classroom buzzing with activity, the chatter of curious students, the rustling of papers, and amidst it all sits Jerry, nonchalantly clutching his intriguing box. The box became a magnet, drawing everyone's attention away from the lessons of the day. Even the most diligent of students couldn't resist sneaking a peek, their curiosity piqued by the enigmatic box. Among the sea of intrigued faces, one stood out, the stern, authoritative face of Jerry's teacher, Mrs. Thompson. A seasoned educator, she was no stranger to classroom distractions. But this box, this simple yet mysterious object, had thrown her off her game. With a firm voice, she asked Jerry, "What's in the box, Jerry?" The classroom fell silent, all eyes darting between Jerry and Mrs. Thompson. But Jerry, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, simply shook his head and said, "It's a secret." This wasn't the answer Mrs. Thompson was expecting, and it certainly wasn't the one she wanted. She tried coaxing, reasoning, even threatening, but Jerry remained resolute, the box's secret safe with him. As the day wore on, the box continued to disrupt the normal classroom rhythm. Lessons were forgotten, homework neglected, and all Mrs. Thompson could do was watch as her once orderly class descended into chaos. In a final attempt to restore peace, she sent Jerry to the one person she believed could solve the mystery, the principal. But little did she know that even the stern principal couldn't solve the mystery of the box. If you thought the classroom was chaotic, wait until you hear about the principal's office. Now you'd think the principal's office would be the last place a kid would want to take a mystery box, right? But Jerry wasn't your average kid. He strolled in, box in hand, as if it was just another ordinary day. Then there was the principal, a stern figure known for maintaining order, but even he was not immune to curiosity. Seeing Jerry with the box, his eyes widened and he couldn't help but wonder, what on earth could be in that box? Attempting to keep his composure, he asked Jerry to sit down, then pointed to the box. "Jerry," he started, "this box seems to be causing quite a stir. Do you mind telling me what's inside?" Jerry met his gaze, a small smile playing on his lips. "It's a secret, sir," he replied, not giving anything away. The principal wasn't used to such mystery. He was a man of facts, of concrete answers. But here was Jerry, a student, challenging that norm with a simple box. The principal tried to coax, to persuade, even to reason with Jerry, but all in vain. Every attempt was met with the same response. "It's a secret." It was a peculiar predicament for the principal. He was torn between his role as an authority figure and his human curiosity. He wanted to know, yet he had to respect Jerry's right to keep his secret. The tension in the room was palpable. As the minutes ticked by, the principal realized he was not going to solve this mystery. Jerry's resolve was unshaken. He had a secret, and he was determined to keep it. The principal could do nothing but respect that. In the end, the box remained a mystery, its secret guarded by Jerry. As the day ended, Jerry did something unexpected. In a turn of events that no one saw coming, Jerry chose Oscar to be the next custodian of the mystery box. Oscar, usually on the sidelines, unnoticed and ignored, was taken aback by this sudden shift in attention. He wasn't the star of the football team, nor was he the class clown who always kept everyone in stitches. He was just Oscar, but in that moment, as Jerry handed him the box, Oscar felt a surge of happiness, a feeling that was new and exciting. It was as if he had been handed a golden ticket, a key to a world that had always seemed just out of reach. He held the box in his hands, the weight of it a tangible symbol of this extraordinary moment. Jerry's choice was a mystery, much like the contents of the box itself. Why Oscar? The question hung in the air, but for once, Oscar didn't feel invisible. He was in the spotlight, and it felt good. As Oscar clutched the box, his face lit up with a smile that reached his eyes. He was no longer just Oscar, the quiet one, the forgotten one. No, he was Oscar, the keeper of the box, the one who held the secret that everyone wanted to know. The next day, Oscar walked into school, the box in his hands. The whispers started, the heads turned. Everyone wanted to know what was in the box. But more than that, they wanted to know about Oscar. And just like that, Oscar, the quiet, overlooked classmate, was the talk of the school. The box had not only given him a mystery to hold, but also a newfound confidence. For once, he wasn't just blending into the background, he was standing in the foreground, and it felt like he belonged. For the first time, Oscar was the center of attention. The next day, everyone was eager to finally discover the secret of the box. The whispers of curiosity filled the air as the students filed into the classroom. Their eyes darted around, searching for Oscar, the new keeper of the mysterious box. The anticipation was palpable, like the electric hum before a thunderstorm. The teacher, too, was not immune to this contagious curiosity. She found herself glancing at the clock more often than usual, her usual routine of morning lessons forgotten in the face of the enigma that was the box. Her chalk tapped a restless rhythm on the blackboard, echoing the beat of the collective heartbeat of the class. Then, in walked Oscar, clutching the box like a precious treasure. A hush fell over the room as if someone had turned down the volume of the world. All eyes were on Oscar and the box. The moment they had all been waiting for was finally here. Oscar, feeling the weight of their expectant gazes, took a deep breath. The room held its breath along with him. He reached for the lid of the box, his fingers trembling slightly. The silence was so profound you could hear a pin drop. And then, the lid was off. The students leaned forward, their eyes wide and eager. The teacher paused, her chalk hovering in mid-air. The room was filled with an almost tangible sense of wonder and surprise. And just like that, the secret of the box was out.